and rise to the truth. That, as Dr. Ernest Holmes said, peace is always at the center of your own soul. Oneness, peace, and harmony prevail. Spiritual tools in our toolkits for life help us have a grand rising in our personal and collective experience of peace, to truly put the pieces together to rise up and be the peace we want to see in the world. Now help me welcome our very own Rev Steph St with her talk, Rising from Pieces to Peace.
Everybody today. I'm gonna warn everybody today. Hey, my mom's watching. She was born with the warning. She got the warning when I was born. Somebody set me on fire today, and I am job about truth and principle. I'm so excited to be here. So excited to be here. And it's a long weekend, so I'm excited that you guys made it here too. Right? Look at you all. I'm so blessed. So blessed. And we've got Zoomers. Hi, Zoomers. You can turn your cameras on. Don't be shy. Everybody here has their camera on. Promise. So, rising from pieces into peace. Oh my goodness, this is my jam. This is my jam, because I lived for decades, and I'm sure a lot of you have lived for decades. Right? We lived for decades. And you know what? Oh my goodness, it is a journey. It is a journey, this beautiful life. I don't know about you, but when I turned a certain age, someone gave me a manual, and I just follow all my instructions, and I have been living tickety-boo without any hardships or baggage. Am I the only one? They got that? Right? We did not get that. So we're out here in the world trying to figure out our own stuff. And what a joy it is to figure it out in community. I love being on fire. I have this experience. I believe in radically affirmative new thought. Radically affirmative new thought. And so that I created a couple years ago as an acronym called RANT, because I find myself ranting a lot. And so to change the energy of what the rant was, I gave it an acronym, radically affirmative new thought. And what does that have to do with peace? Well, because this talk is about rising from the pieces. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but in the prosperity affirmation that I've been reading every Sunday for at least 2 years, it's like, we rise like a phoenix. You know the story of the phoenix? I just learned that the phoenix was a mythical creature. I thought it was real. I did. I thought the phoenixes were like a real bird, and that a myth was created about them. And so I did some research, and they were there was 2 different birds that they were looked at as an image. But the phoenix itself, the mythology of the phoenix, it lives longer than the longest human being times 100. So however long we as human beings can get into our pieces and fall into our places and bump into things, a phoenix has this beautiful opportunity to rise up from its own experience and become new again. And so every time it lives for hundreds of years, and then it finds its time to release its old self. Ooh, releasing its old self. And so it builds this beautiful nest and decorates it. I mean, who wouldn't want to decorate this beautiful nest where you know a great transformation is going to happen? And so the phoenix, it then gets comfortable and ignites itself into a blaze of glory. and its entire being wisps away in the flames, and then becomes an egg of its own ashes to begin again. Now I know I've just described an experience we've probably all had in our lives, right? There are so many moments in our lives that seem like we are burning ourselves out. But we have something inside of us, that flame, that spark, that desire for transformation and growth. And so we crack open the shell and begin again. And so this egg then travels. I don't know how it travels, but it brings its own ashes to its original birthplace to become its new self. And again, and again, and again. And so we can go back and forth to that place of transformation and remember who we are. Or we can do it wherever we are. We don't need to pour gasoline on ourselves and ignite a flame and create all the stuff in our lives that we create, the drama, the chaos, the flurries. We don't need any of that if we can remember this centering thought, which is the centering thought of today. I easily tune in to the peace at the center of my soul. Ernest Holmes, he said, in the thing called you, peace comes from a sense of union with the whole. Confusion comes from a sense of separation. And I know that in my life, anytime I have created drama, anytime I have created barricades, blockages, or lack in my life, I have created a belief of separation in my own beingness. I have lacked trust in myself. I've lacked trust in humanity. I've lacked trust in my faith. Mother Teresa, she said, and I use this quote so many times in my life, she said, if we do not have peace in the world, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to one another. And there's that sense of separation. If we cannot trust ourselves to do the work that we're called to do, how can we trust other people to do their work? And really, it comes down to this. You want to know what peace is, where peace is? We find out where it's not. By knowing who we are, discovering the expression of divinity that is within us. So sometimes, the greatest things in my life have come from falling down, from breaking open, from feeling deeply. All of that stuff, I now call the messy stuff, the sticky stuff, because the divine is in the sticky and in the sweet. Because in the divine, there is no separation. There is only one thing, the power and the presence, the glory and the grace. It is all operating perfectly in and through it as absolutely everything. Ernest Holmes says peace is always at the center of our own soul. And so if we do not have peace, we are not centered in ourselves. So taking in that experience of not peace, every moment that I have awoken to the fullness of the next moment has come from a hardship, a disaster, chaos. There are 100-year-old ponderosa pines, 500-year-old ponderosa pines. Do you know how a seed of a ponderosa pine grows? A blazing fire. The seed of a ponderosa pine is so strong it can only be cracked by fire. And so evidence of 500 years of longevity and shade and life-givingness to the creatures that surround it means that something happened long ago. Something happened long ago that might have looked like drama and chaos. But for the tree now its roots are deep. Its branches are wide. Its protection and safety is palpable. So whatever it is that is in our life that is not peace, we have a longing to find that peace, to find that peace within us. And sometimes we are unskilled at looking for it. Sometimes we are unskilled. And so knowing ourselves is peace. Knowing who we are, coming to our own uniqueness and unrepeatable expression. Life can seem like it is happening to us. Oh my goodness, this is happening to us. Oh my goodness, this has happened to me. Look at all the things that have happened in my life. Oh my goodness. And so where is the not peace? I know for me, and I always speak for me. Can't speak for anybody else. For me, my life, the not peace has shown up as judgment. Judging myself, judging other people. Oh, I've just created separation. Lack of forgiveness. Oh my goodness, not forgiving myself, not forgiving others. I'm creating separation. I'm creating not peace in my life by being so strong in my opinion and in my ways. I bind my own soul in the not freedom. This beautiful expression of spirit. So not peace can include being reactive to the illusion that is around us in any given time. Because there is only one truth. There's a power in the universe greater than we are. It is in you, it is as you, it is with you. It is the holy oneness. And when we separate ourselves, we experience that not peace, that not love, that not joy. So when we react to things, chances are we have been triggered by something that's happening now. But that trigger didn't get installed today. It got installed eons ago, 500 years ago, when the seeds were first planted. Anything that's happening today in my consciousness, I have the opportunity to shift, to change, to grow, and to evolve. Because there's power within me. There's power within this beautiful light. Here's this beautiful author known as Unknown. They wrote, peace. It does not mean to be in place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of those things and still be calm in your heart. Discovering that we can have peace in and amongst anything that looks like other. Because we have a center within ourselves that is powerful, powerful presence. Powerful presence. I can't count the number of times I have completely fallen to pieces. Can you? Right? We've all lived decades. Right? I can't count the number of times I've fallen to pieces. I've fallen apart. I've bawled my eyes out. I've gnashed my teeth and pulled my hair. I can't count those. But what I can count is whatever that number is plus one is how many times I got up and dusted myself off and tried again and endeavored one more time to recognize that this life is a great adventure that we are on and that I have a guiding force within me, this beautiful guiding force, this intuitive self. It speaks to us in our gut. It speaks to us through our heart. It speaks to us through voices we're not supposed to hear. Because an infinite intelligent presence was before me and is before me. So, all of those experiences plus one is how powerful you are. How powerful the presence is, because every piece of you is worthy. Every piece of you. And this journey, this beautiful community, this life that looks like rubbing up against and building fences, it's actually finding all the pieces of you so that you remember your wholeness, so that you can return to that remembering of who you are, the power, the presence, the glory, the grace that has divined itself in you. So, how do we fall into peace then? How do we fall into peace? Ernest Holmes, he wrote, "The Peace That Conquers," back in 1954. 1954. He wrote, "You and I know that no matter how confused we are, if we will get by ourselves long enough and think peace, we shall become peaceful. Peace is the divine reality at the heart of God." He continues, "We want peace on earth. Let us pray for peace in our own hearts. Let us affirm peace in our own minds. Let us live as though peace were the mandate of the divine, because it is. Let us, out of the stillness of our own soul, reach back to that infallible presence which is peace and proclaim it even in the midst of confusion. Peace which is the power at the heart of God." Those were Ernest Holmes' words. If you would like a translation for the word God, divine source, infinite intelligent presence, love, joy, thread, whatever it is you call it, it is your higher self. I love that. Wherever I go, I bring peace. One of my beautiful entrances and greetings, I was baptized by the United Church of Canada some decades ago. And our greeting when we walked in the church was, the minister at the front would say, "I bring you my peace I give to you." And if we just walk into every conversation like that, not with agendas or second guessing, doubting that you have something to offer, not questioning what is coming at you, coming forward to you, but simply, I'm here in peace. I'm here as peace. I give you my peace in this conversation. I bring my peace to you. So peace looks different to everybody, right? Peace looks different to everybody. Sometimes peace looks like sitting by a babbling brook, and sometimes peace looks standing in a thunderstorm. And so if peace can look different for everyone, how do we find it in ourselves? It is practicing this technique laid out centuries ago. A century ago. We're almost at 2026. The Science of Mind was first published in 1926, he was already teaching before that book came out. Ernest Holmes was already teaching what we call spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. It's to enhance our lives. He cared so deeply about everyone. He gave away his peace to be a teacher and a speaker and a lecturer and bring this wisdom to the world. He gave up his peace for that. He sacrificed his peace because what he really wanted to do was be in a living room with his closest friends and teach these principles. He just wanted to change their lives because he saw it and how it changed his. I think that's a lot of us. We give away our peace because there's something inside of us that wants something more. And we just need to learn how to be comfortable in that moreness. So practicing this technique, right? There is, from turning into that peace, there's this beautiful thing that I have been doing in my life. It's called stop, drop, and roll. No, that's if you're on fire. It's called stop, drop, and pray. Stop what you're doing. If you're in a moment of not peace, you don't need to stay there. It's a choice to stay in the not peace. It's a choice to be in peace. You have the opportunity to make that choice. You have the opportunity to make that choice. Stop what you're doing, whatever it is you're doing, in those not peaceful moments. And notice the judgment you're having. Notice the thoughts you're thinking. Notice the energy and the vibration that is in you. Because I know I vibrate high if someone's coming at me hot. Right? So stop. Drop. It's not drop to your knees. It's not drop to your knees. We don't pray like that. It's drop into your heart space. Because we're in our heads way too much. We're conscious beings. We're learning how to consciously live. We're learning steps, and we have to follow the steps of everything that we're doing. Drop into that heart space. Move from your mind to your heart and take a breath. Pause. Get to that space. And then pray. Right? We don't pray first. We get to that feeling zone of readiness to pray. So pray as spirit. You're not praying to something. You're praying as that thing that you are looking for and that you already are. You are praying as the divine and holy presence. You are praying into this substance of life, physicality and form. So pray as that thing you're looking for. If you're looking for peace, pray as peace. What does peace sound like as it prays? Only you can know that. So in 1937, I'm also doing a history lesson today.
Is there a test?
There is never a test. You already have the answer key. Yeah. Emmett Fox I want you to really listen to this title of this book. Find and use your inner power. Not find your inner power. Find it and use it. Emmett Fox, 1937. This was the first publication. So what was happening in 1937? The world was falling apart a little bit, maybe, falling to pieces, right? 1937. There was a Great Depression, and World War II was sparking. There was stuff sparking in the world, right? 100 years ago, not even. And so the world, what's changed? We can. I just want to get us to that place. Find and use your inner power. He was in the heart of the Depression, writing this work. So he wrote, "You are always treating." He was using the word treating in 1937. You are always treating. You are continually treating your conditions with the thoughts which you hold concerning them. What you really think about anything is your treatment of that thing. Many people have the idea that they are only treating when they call it treating. But no matter what you call it, your thought concerning any subject is treatment. This is the reason visible conditions are always the expression of the invisible thought. This is the explanation of the great truth that your own concept is what you see. Every day you treat your body, you treat your business, you treat your family, and you treat the city and state or province and the nation and the world by the kind of thoughts you think concerning them. If you will begin systematically to treat every side of your life with a series of positive, correct thoughts, and keep this practice for even a few weeks, you will be amazed to find how much everything will change for the better. 1937. I have not heard a different talk in 20 years of this teaching. We do the same talk every single Sunday, we just use different words. Because we are trying to understand something great is happening within us, and that we have the power and the presence to manifest peace in the whole world. Because we have the power within us to be peaceful in our own being. Right? I love the word treatment. Because yes, we're doing a treatment, we're offering a treatment. A spiritual practice, a meditation, and how you treat somebody. Right? You can tell a lot about a person, about how they treat their server. Right? When we look at the word treat in that way, peace in the world starts with me. Anyone hear that before? Yeah. Peace in the world starts with me. So if I treat myself kindly, lovingly, unconditionally accepting of myself, I'm going to have more peace in my life. I'm going to have more peace for you in my life. I'm going to have more peace in the world, in my life. I've got all the room I need. So all we need to do is practice techniques that, truthfully, historically, they're not 100 years old. Lao Tzu, the Tao Te Ching was written thousands of years ago. Buddha, older than Christianity, right? If we listen deeply to those who are just so desperately wanting you to know that you're worthy, that you're beautiful, that you're sacred, that you're precious, and that there is a power in the universe that you can use to better your life, to better the life around you, to better the world, to better everything. You can use it. You can use it. We create it within ourselves. So we have this opportunity today to shift our minds right now. Today, the next time you're looking at yourself in the mirror, maybe offer that beautiful, sacred reflection. Today, I bring you my peace. I give you my peace. That beautiful reflection deserves your love, your treatment of kindness. It deserves your fullest attention, the reflection that you are, because you are a unique and unrepeatable expression of that which is the Most High. And that is what you are. I talked a lot today, so I'm going to leave you with this one line that touched me deeply. Dr. Marilyn Leo, she is the historian for Science of Mind, actually. She wrote, "I accept only peace and calm contentment, for the peace of God is my peace now." Thank you so much for listening. I love each and every one of you.